Yo, what's up? It's Ash. Today I've got another Substance Painter video for you guys. My last video really sucked. It wasn't very good at all. It wasn't very helpful. So I'm making a new one to address some of the old and outdated techniques that I was using in that last video. And hopefully by the end of the video, you guys will feel a lot more comfortable with Substance, and it should be pretty easy to understand what you're doing. I'm going to be going over how to get a profile shot of your car, and then you're gonna be able to pull that out of Substance and put it into Illustrator, so that way you can design the stuff on the side of your car, like tribals and whatnot, directly onto the car. After that, I'm going to be going over how to mirror all that stuff from one side of the car to the other in Substance. The last video I showed you guys how to do it by just like dragging stuff across, which sucks and is super time consuming. So in this video, it's going to be a lot easier, a lot faster. It's going to involve some math, so get your calculators ready. I'm also going to be touching on one of the filters that I use a lot for a lot of my more simple designs that I do. And then to finish off, we're going to be going over how to bake the car in Substance, and then how to apply smart materials to the car, so that way you can give your builds a little bit more depth and or texture depending on what you want. By the end of the video, you guys should feel a lot more comfortable with Substance. If you don't, you can always come back and rewatch certain parts of this video. If there's anything that you didn't see in this video that you've maybe seen someone else do or heard about, feel free to leave a comment below, or you can go ahead and reach out to me on Discord and ask me any questions over there. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, so for this video, I'm actually going to be kind of designing a car with you guys, so you'll be able to follow along exactly as I go. Today we're going to be working on this Nissan Laurel, the C35. I haven't done anything on this car yet, and I want to drive it more. So instead of overcomplicating it and doing something crazy, I'm just going to do something simple, and it's going to help us cover all of the basic steps that I explained in the intro that we're going to be touching on today. So first thing you guys got to do, open up your Kino, go to your tools, go up to car dumper, dump your model. Just gonna hit OK, not too worried about that name, and then we'll go ahead and jump into Substance Painter with it. All right, guys, so now that we're in Substance, what we're gonna do, come up to File, click on New. You'll get this menu. You can leave this select template portion blank. You don't need to worry about it. You'll come to this File select. Then from there, it'll open up a File Explorer. You need to direct yourself to your CarX Drift Racing Online folder where you have your Kino. You'll go Kino, Mods, K and Base, and then you'll go to your Car Dumps folder. That's where you'll find your mesh. So mine's right here. I'm just gonna open it. For certain body kits on some of the cars, we've noticed that they don't like the auto unwrap feature in Substance. So a quick way to work around that for those certain kits and things, turning it off, and then you'll come into the options and you'll set all three of these settings to recompute all, and then you just hit OK. For the Laurel, I'm not too worried about it. I know that it already works, so I'm just going to leave the auto unwrap on since it works just fine. You'll hit OK or open, and then your car will load up. So from here, first thing we're going to do is get that side profile shot of the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my miscellaneous and my paintable glass, since I'm just going to be working on the body of the car. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the body, and I'm going to adjust the color. So in recent time, I've decided that painting the car in Substance usually gives me a little bit better texture quality in game. So what I like to do is paint it in Substance. You can do it now, where you paint it now, or in some cases I've also made the car just entirely black, so that way it stands out really hard against the background that we're going to use for this side angle. So once you have this done, you're going to come up here to the top, click on the array. It's going to go ahead and render. It might take it a second because it's going to give you this really sick background back here. And then once it's done, it'll start playing a lot nicer. Okay, so now it's done. You can check it up here to see if it is. You should have this display settings menu. If you don't, it should be over here on the side somewhere where you can find it. And then you're going to want to come to this tab, the environmental settings, scroll down a little ways, and then turn on clear color right here. I've seen some people change the color. I don't mind the gray. The gray's easy enough for me to work with, so I just leave it as such. From here, what you're going to do, you're going to kind of line yourself up a little bit, and then you're going to hold Shift and Alt together, click, and then just give your mouse a little shake so that way it lines up on the side of the car. Let everything go. It's going to re-render everything for you. And then once it is done, anytime now, sometimes it takes a little longer than others. There it goes. Once it's done, you're going to go ahead and save your render. So as you can see, I have another one for practice purposes. Go to your folder, wherever you're going to do all your work, wherever you're going to put all your logos and everything. Name it whatever you want. Name the file whatever you need. It's going to be a PNG. You're just going to hit save. Cool. So now that the file is saved, we can take that file and move over into Illustrator with it. All right. So now we're in Illustrator. To get your car in here, you're just going to go to File. I like to use the Place feature. Go to your folder where your picture of your car is. Go ahead and double click it, and then you're going to get this little icon. All you got to do is click and drag like this, and it will produce your car for you. So get it set up wherever you want. If you want to resize it, you can do that however you see fit. Then if you're going to do something like tribals, this is usually how I do it. So I'll grab the pen tool, and then you can go ahead and start designing right here on the side of the car. So this is kind of the big plus of doing it this way, instead of just kind of like blindly doing random points and stuff and then hoping it all works out and fits well. So as you can see, this is a lot easier to do than any other method because you can see it on the car as you're working it. So we'll go ahead and just make a simple little tribal design. And then if you want to export this, what you're going to do is you'll come over here to your layers and then just hide the background. And then you can grab this, you can do your colors, you can recolor it however you want. Make it have white outline, move it over here so I can see that outline a little better. We'll bring the stroke up. If you want to change stroke and stuff, right, it's all in this menu, just like so. And then you're just going to put it right back in the middle. And then you can do your file export and export it as a PNG. So I'm not going to be using any tribals on this car. I'm just going to keep it simple with logos. So we're going to get into that next, and I'll show you guys how to do all the mirroring and stuff with the logos. Now that we're back in Substance, you can see we're right back where we left off in the last clip. You're going to come back up here to the painting area, the painting tab. Go ahead and click on it. We'll go ahead and move this over, if it would be so kind. And then from here, we're going to start getting our logos on the side of the car. So I'm going to get a couple logos on, and then I'll be right back. All right, now that we've got some logos on the car, you can see that most of these are not the same color. For this build, I want all of my logos to be white. So this is where I'm going to show you guys how to use one of the filters that I like to use a lot. So what you're going to do is choose your layers, right click on it, and then you'll do add filter. Click on this, you'll type in color match, select it, and then you're going to change the color to whatever you want. So as you can see, you can make this whatever you need it to be. Like I said, I'm going to make mine white, and then I'm going to apply this to every single logo. For right now, I'm just going to do this one, because next what we're going to do is we're actually going to duplicate this logo and put it on the other side of the car. So like I just stated, you're going to duplicate, and then what you're going to do from here is you're going to go into these property settings down here. It should be on the side up here if you don't already have it. You're going to scroll down. UV transformations is going to be open. It's going to look like this. You can close it. You don't really need it right now. And then you're going to have 3D projection settings, and it's going to be closed. You're going to want to open that up, and then you'll see offset, rotation, and scale. So what you're going to do is you're going to come into the offset. For the offset, you're just going to do a negative sign in front of it. So now it's on the other side of the car, right in the exact same spot as it is on the passenger side. So now that we've got it into position, we need to get it rotated. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab our calculator. So here's mine. What you're going to do is you're going to do 180 minus whatever your Y rotation is. So my Y rotation is 116.45853. Hit equals, move it off to the side. I'm gonna move mine to a different screen so I can see it. And then we're gonna type in 63.54147. And boom, now it's lined up. It looks the exact same. You can see here's our number that we got from our little math equation. And then it's right down here in the rotation for the Y. And if you look, you can see that it looks the exact same on both sides of the car now. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this for all of the logos on the side of the car, and then we'll come back. All right, so as you guys can see, we got everything moved over to the other side of the car. Everything is paint matched and in the correct color. It's in places where I like it, so it looks pretty good to me. One thing to touch on with the front bumpers and the hoods and roofs and trunks and rear bumpers and such, when you're doing stuff on a different face other than the side, it's going to get a little different depending on how you want it to look. So I've already got this logo set up where I want it, so I'm ready to bring it over to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. You're still going to do the same thing with the X offset number. You're just going to throw a negative sign in front of it, and then it's going to be moved right over. Now, if you do what we've been doing before, and you're going to change the rotation of the Y axis, you're going to do your 180 minus whatever number you have there, and then you'll input it. So for this, it's 168.64505. Hit enter, and boom, it's lined up, but it's backwards, right? So I like doing this. I don't really mind if it's backwards. I think it looks cool, my personal opinion. But let's say that you don't like that. You think it looks dumb. You don't jive with it. You don't mess with it. So in order to fix it, all you're gonna do, revert back to that number that it came with from the other side, and then instead of doing the big minus equation, all you're gonna do is throw a negative sign in front of your Y rotation, and boom, it's gonna line up perfectly right in the exact same spot. You don't need to think about where it's at. It's gonna line up right where it's at. Now, in some cases, logos can be like a little off-centered, or it can just look a little funny, right? So always, once you've done your rotation and you've changed your offset, always double check it. Just lean back in your chair, or like step away from your monitor a little bit, and take a look at the car from a further distance, and really think about if it looks centered. If it doesn't look centered, just adjust it a little bit until you're happy with wherever it's at. For me, like I said, I don't mind it being backwards. I think it looks cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put mine to the other number, which is that 168.64505, and I'm gonna leave it just like that. All right, so now I'm done with this. I'm done with all the logos on the side. I've shown you guys how to do all the extra rotations and how to move everything across. Made it very, very simple. So from here, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into baking the car and adding some extra texture to it. All right, so now that we've got all of our logos thrown on and we're happy with how the car looks, we still wanna add some extra texture or depth to the build. So what you're looking at over here on the left side, these are all smart materials. In order to use them, what you're gonna need to do is come up here to mode, go to bake mesh maps. You'll get this screen, turn off your misc up here and your paintable glass, leave the body on. And then what you'll do is you'll turn off all of these ones here, and then you'll turn on height and bent normals. And then you'll hit bake selected textures. It'll do some cool animation stuff. You'll get a loading bar. Once that's done, the whole thing is done. So from there, what you can do is you can go back to mode, go to painting. The car's gonna look the same in here, and then you can select one of these. So a popular one that I've been using, we're gonna go ahead and type in plastic. So I've been using this plastic dusty a lot. You're gonna drag it over, put it at the very top, give it a second to load, and then it's gonna populate. So as you can see, it's kind of just got like dust all over the place. It's kind of just like rested in random positions and whatnot, but it's covered up everything, right? So fast way to like change that, you can just adjust the opacity if that's all you want to do. If you want to just have it straight up dusty, or with certain builds in the past, I've done some extra stuff. So what you can do is open this folder, and then you can really start playing around with everything. So if you click on these are for the actual like layer itself, you can go into the mask builder and you can come in here and play with all the settings and really tweak stuff around, and you can do it on both of these. You can see there, then you've got stuff like this. So you can see like that made it a little more red, took some of the dust away. If you make it more white again, bring it back. So it just kind of depends on like what you want to do with it, how you want the car to look. See, give it some extra flair or something, whatever you want to do. And then once you're done with this, you'll just close up the folder and then do whatever else you need to do. Or if you're done with this, you can go ahead and start getting ready to export all your files. So now that you've got your smart material on and you're ready to export, same thing as the last video, just come up to File, hit Export Textures, turn off your miscellaneous, turn off your paintable glass, set up your output directory to your CarX folder, and then go K and base visuals, and then livery template build, and then make sure you turn on output template with alpha here. From there, you can click on paintable body, turn everything off except for this base color right up here, and then just hit export. Once you've done that, then we can go ahead and jump back into the game. All right, so now we're finally done with the livery. We're done with Substance. We're done with Illustrator. You've got your files ready to go. So in order to make your template, right, open Kino, go to Visuals, Livery Template, click on Template Constructor, and click on Body Texture, find that paintable body base color, and then select your material. So this is something that you made either in GIMP or Illustrator or wherever you wanted to make it. I showed this in the last video, so I didn't show it in this video just because I've already explained how to do it. So I'm going to choose my super matte texture here. We're going to go ahead and bake, and then hit save, and then load template. And there you go. So this is with a super matte texture over the whole car. So it kind of looks like a little extra dusty, if you will. You can see some of that texture coming through on the body of the car. Because the logos are white, you're not really going to see it so much over the logos, but it is over the logos. Just before this, I also did it with Intense Clear Coat. So this is what it can look like with Intense Clear Coat. So it's kind of like more like a sun faded look, or like a clear coat peeling look. So it gives it a little bit of a different vibe depending on how you want it to look, depending on what texture you use. So with that being said, this build's all done. Hopefully this video has helped you guys learn more about Substance Painter, helped explain things a little bit easier, helped you guys learn how to have a little bit of an easier, more efficient workflow within Substance, and overall just made you guys a bit more comfortable with the application as a whole. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment and let me know if you guys want to see more stuff, or if you want to see something different, or if you want to see me make more liveries and do more livery tutorial stuff. Let me know that as well. But I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys. Peace.